Hey there, everybody. Grant here again. In this quick little video, I wanted to touch base with you guys on something that someone actually and I got into a conversation with recently. They asked me, Grant, when is it that you really got kind of on the right money mindset, the right money track? And ever since I was a little kid, there's lots of stories of my family talking about how I always wanted to have money. And as I got older, I knew I was going to have money. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know how, I just knew it was going to happen. But as the years went by, I would make money and it would disappear, or I'd never make as much money as I thought I should make, or I would make great money and then it would just be gone. And I know the exact moment that my money mindset really shifted in a way that I actually started to truly accumulate wealth. And that is, was one day things were really tight. I had done some things and it wasn't very liquid, so I was really stressed about money. And I had all these money books because I kept buying money books because I thought, yeah, I'm going to need these. And I was doing a lot of personal development and whatnot, but I was avoiding those money books because I thought to myself, well, I'll read those when I have money. It doesn't make sense to read them now because I don't have any money. So once I have money, then I'll read them. Then I'll get the knowledge. Then I'll figure it out. And literally one day it just hit me. I'd had these books for years, and I said, I don't have the money. I haven't had the money the way I've wanted to. If I want to have the money, I need to start reading the books. I need the knowledge before I have the money, which forever had seemed counterintuitive, but it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, wow, I need to read the books about having money before having money. I know that sounds so simplistic, but it really was a major light bulb for me. And the truth of the matter is, the real reason I didn't want to read those books or whatever is because I was it bothered me that I didn't have money. I felt like I wasn't doing what I should be doing, that I was a failure, or this, that, or the other. And I was afraid that reading some of these money books and learning about the concepts and what have you would really just make me feel like more of a failure because I can't do any of the stuff they talk about because I didn't have any money. And I was 100% wrong. The best thing I ever did was start to educate myself about money before I had it. That's because it's not just how to get money, it's what to do with money when you have it. It's the concept of money, the mindset of money. And now I read a minimum of 50 nonfiction books a year, and I'd say at least 10 to 15 of those are specifically about money, sometimes more. So there are so many great ones out there, and I want to kind of give you guys a couple of the resources that I've utilized in the past. Now, I use Audible a lot. I did for a very long time, and I still will periodically, but it gets a little pricey. There's actually an app that I prefer, and I apologize if this is not available everywhere in the world, but the app I like is called Hoopla, Hoopla Digital. You can also go to hoopladigital.com. Now, you do have to have a library card, but you can actually just apply for a library card online. All you need is to plug your library card number into the app. And what this does is, depending on the library, sometimes it will be 7 downloads, sometimes it'll be 20 downloads. It just kind of depends. But it'll allow you to download. They've got music and they've got movies and they've got TV shows, but they also have ebooks and they have audiobooks, and it's free. It's 100% free. There are absolutely no ads with it. So it's single-handedly the greatest app I ever use. I have all of my clients download this app because the amount of knowledge, and you can just put on an audiobook while you're driving or whatever, and the amount of money I save is insane by not having to pay for these books. And there are thousands and thousands of books out there that you can listen to, and they've got so many of the classics. And if you start doing that, you'll really get in the mindset of how to make money. Now, some of you are like, "Oh, Grant, I like a nice, hard copy of a book." And don't get me wrong, so do I. I'd much prefer that. Now, even though I can speed read, I can get through an audiobook just as fast, if not faster, because I can, put it on while I'm in the car, while I'm doing other things. But there's something about having an actual book as well. So Barnes & Noble, obviously, is a major chain of bookstores. You pay for that, though. And don't get me wrong, I still use Barnes & Noble. I still buy a lot of stuff there. I love going through the bargain section and what have you. But there's a website you can go to called Thrift, Thrift, thriftbooks.com. And these are you can pick the whether you want new or like new, gently used, things like that. But these books are a fraction of the price. And you might the spine might be a little beat up or something like that. But I last year I purchased 27 books from there or something like that. And I just all tons of different categories and what have you, but that there you can have the actual physical book, then you can mark in it, you can read it. I mean, it's super valuable, and it costs you pennies on the dollar. Books that normally cost you 20 to 25 bucks, they sell for about 4.5 bucks. So, and if you check that one out, make sure you Google Thrift Books coupon code, because usually they'll give you like 20% off your first order. So check that out if you want to have a nice tangible copy of a book. There's of course your local library, things like that. I mentioned getting a library card online. A lot of those libraries will even have their own ebook thing where you can just download books automatically, so you never have to leave your house. So there are so many ways to get incredibly valuable information from multimillionaires, the people who have studied multimillionaires their entire life. They've accumulated all this information, they've put it in one spot for you, and it's free if you're willing to do just a tiny bit of legwork. And if you're not willing to do that, you're really not willing to do what it takes to build wealth in your life. So those are a couple of the resources that I really like. In addition to that, there's an app I use called Evernote. I use the free version, but I document everything that every book is a new note, and I just document. Sometimes it's a voice note, sometimes it's written, but I put all the information that I learned in those notes, because I'll go back periodically, revisit them, and I'll relearn stuff because of that. So immersing yourself in the concept, and this is, by the way, goes for any area of your life you want to improve. I'm just talking about money here specifically. That was when I really shifted my focus. And I was spending money on books. I was buying them at full retail price. I was paying for Audible and things like that. And it was still worth every penny, because for every dollar I spent, I made 100. And now I can do it even cheaper still, which is great. I love it. It's fantastic. And regardless of where you are, these are free resources, or very, very inexpensive resources that can literally change your life if you're willing to do the effort. So again, some of my favorite apps: hoopla.com, thriftbooks.com. For the books. Again, your local library probably has their own app. The library I like to use is called Anythink, and they've got an Overdrive app which gives you an additional free audiobooks and stuff. So use that, making sure you're tracking the information with Evernote. If you are willing to immerse yourself in this, I don't know a single person who's ever done this and not gotten results, because the immersion level is just off the charts. And I wish I would have. It's such a simple concept that if I could go back in time and give myself advice, that would probably be one of the top pieces of advice I ever gave myself: is shut up, get out of your own way, stop thinking you'll focus on it later, and do it now. Even if you don't have the money, even if you don't have the experience, start learning now, and your life will change, because your brain chemistry will physically change. So I just wanted to share that with you, because it was something I was talking to someone about recently. And again, I could pinpoint the exact moment my financial opportunities really started to come forth, because I changed the way I think about money. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, I like to periodically put out some videos, sometimes about the mindset of money, sometimes it's about specifically wealth accumulation, some strategies and what have you that you can use. But in addition to that, sometimes I'll periodically review different products and whatnot. Sometimes they're to help grow a business, or sometimes they're just a great way to create a side hustle to start increasing your wealth and whatnot. But in any event, if you're interested in any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.